Finally! Dude is gone! I was so sick of this dude, man. He felt like a dangling thread that was just choking the life out of the show. Every time they went back to him, I'm like, here we go with this dude, the specialist boy. And now I'm glad he got his special just for wars. He's like, look, I'm gonna go out like a knight like I read in my Japanese anime. And he pulls out his little handkerchief from Alys, which of course is embroidered. Because of course the queen's handkerchiefs are embroidered with an A, just in case you get them mixed up with anybody else's handkerchiefs. Dude didn't even get to sniff it. You know that's what he wanted to do. You know he wanted to sniff the handkerchief. He should have died before this. They were trudging through the wilderness for days, weeks probably. He walks over to these dudes who have set this trap and kills them all with barely any problems. The one dude, his one friend, I love that he's just laying on the ground. He has the stamina of a god, just holding that sword up there the whole time while it's being hammered down on him. Maybe they were some of the winter wolves that were just like, please just kill us. We don't even care. Please just kill us. We're gonna make it easy. Look, I'm gonna attack your sword. Kristen Cole got to be a hero one more time before he got unceremoniously murked by the cool lady with the eye makeup. She reminds me of Shayna Baszler from WWE. I'm sorry, I couldn't be your specialist, boy. She said the door closed behind her. How did you even know this passage was here? These things do crisscross and they're like MC Escher's stairs. But they're just sitting here, sulking. They're not even making noise. They're just sad and get caught. See, Helena had to be a dragon rider instead of from the north. She could have warged into a cat and figured her way out of this situation. She can't dream unless she's dreaming, I guess. Alys should just bop her one on the side of the head, knock her out. What did you dream about? Quick! Is it a way out? Hey, sorry Grease, everything sucks and is bad. That's all we have to offer you. I get that she's the queen, but she wants an awful lot from a lot of these people. She's like, hey, go tell your dad to give me some soldiers. Yeah, the people he's using to clean up this mess that I started, go ask him for them. What a thankless life Corlys led. And I don't know, maybe it's punishment or hubris or whatever for the life that he lived. I mean, I don't think that the punishment fit the crime for poor Corlys. And if I'm a Valerian, fuck y'all forever. Rhaenyra's like, hey, do they hate me in the Stormlands yet? And the guy's like, they could hate you more. And she's like, deal, done. Now that I see homie on the wall, why can't we burn down just the homies on the wall? It'd be easy. Those homies are Ormond's homies. Just do a little burninating as a treat. What if the only reason Rhaenyra is benching these guys and not letting them do their thing is because she's like, you know what, your High Valyrian's not good enough. Ulfr's not cracking open no books. It's gonna break my heart when one of these dragons die before the other one. Alicent really said, here's everything that I did wrong. Will that help me get out of trouble? And Rhaenyra's like, what? No. No loyalty's gonna have my guts split open in the street. Nah, no thanks, fam. These guys may rough up people for graffiti, but they won't do it for free. This is not about the love of the game anymore. Love of the game is out the window. If I'm a Valerian, why would I do this? Why would I sign up for this? I'd be like, nah, we're just gonna join the other side. That seems like it makes the most sense to us. You shit all over our guy who's dead now. So I don't think that they're going to, like, we did see them getting slaughtered in the background, but I don't think anybody who's left over is gonna be like, yeah, I love the queen. She's great and everything she's doing is helping me out. Ah, I see. Well, I was right about one thing. She's gonna use this guy to try to get a name for herself. You know what? Good for her. And maybe she thinks he's cute. Goth chicks love Dritz, so I absolutely understand where she's coming from here. Also, she's seen him multiple times without a shirt. I get it, girl, I get it. And mutually beneficial, right? She can be his mommy and make it less weird and make their kids less incestuous. This is a benefit. Something that Helena brings up later, like, hey, was this your idea to do that dumb shit? The dumbass idea was not my idea, but I agreed because I love you. The way that she looks at her here, trying to see the pain she's inflicted, she's messed up, man. She did just throw a guy out of the moon door and was like, huh. I love the acting choice or the direction choice to make her look for the pain on the face of this chick. I gotta give her credit. She's a fantastic actress. Her cold bitchiness, she's doing a great job with it. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why did this happen? Why are they doing that? Wasn't Adam maybe both? All three? Valyrians are freaky. I can't believe homie has an uncle that's like, yeah, fuck you. Of course I left you with this guy. He's crazy. And if he's being crazy to you, he ain't being crazy to me. Win-win. I'm going home. When bro asked about his mom, I was gonna straight up cry. And hell, he was gonna straight up cry. Alicent actually was right about saving him by sending him away. Because if he was still in the castle, he'd be at the wall by now. Or, again, finger across throat. But come on, he's an heir to the throne after years and years of the king not being able to have heirs. You had to know he was going to be used as a pawn by somebody. You yourself, Alicent, were a pawn once. Maybe she's just like, fuck it, there's no escaping for me and my family. We're all pawns. That's all we'll ever be. This isn't shaped like anything familiar at all. No, sir. Man, Helena, I gotta give you credit. Not only did you do a fantastic job with this, you did this incredibly quickly. Now that I'm thinking about it, is Helena the one sewing the tapestry of the show? And thank goodness Rhaenyra actually just straight up believes, oh, she's a dreamer. And Alicent is probably like, oh, thank God you believed me. Because that sounds crazy, but it's true. I'm glad that that wasn't miscommunicationed to try to get more content out of the show, because that's one thing I can't stand is miscommunication to kind of mess up a show. But unfortunately, that's all this show is, and I'm trying to navigate it and have fun with it. But at the same time, it's like, oh my god, if you guys just sat down and talked and get over yourselves, you'd probably... How can you just talk to somebody who can have you beheaded for doing that? You ever been so in love and also desperate to own your own castle that you just killed your own stable boy? Oopsie daisy, somebody got disowned by the throne. Does she know this is how her dad died? Because she looks up at his statue later and then storms out. If she gets a cool Phantom of the Opera gold mask, all of this was worth it. Although they don't really have much in the way of gold anymore, so I guess a mask made of tin, iron maybe, melt down one of these swords, reforge it as a sick ass mask. I noticed also her crown looked crooked when she was wearing it, like it's too heavy for her to wear. Shot of the episode. I love that the way the swords are sprawled out here kind of looks like the shape of a dragon. Like a dragon that is taking flight, like she is taking flight from this room. This show is also a comedy because, I'm sorry, this visual is very, very funny. Extra, extra, read all about it. World's worst assassin tries to kill Daemon Targaryen in an alley while everyone watches. Also, for a faceless man, he has such a recognizable face. Dude's eyes are two different colors. Come on, man. He gives away the ghost. He's like, yeah, we're the faceless men, bitch. He doesn't directly say it, but somebody like Daemon absolutely knows what he means. And yeah, I get that these people probably are in on it because we are Legion or whatever, but I don't know. There were a lot of regular people who watched Daemon rough this dude up and rough up Ulf in that alley. How come the commoner costume doesn't work for Ulf, but it works for everybody else? Ulf didn't have on his baseball cap and sunglasses. He just had on the sunglasses. That's the problem. You'll never be an Avenger, Ulf. He also gave him the Randy Orton Jeff Hardy screwdriver in the ear. To death, even. This episode was a fun, chaotic romp. If I had to grade it like a test, though, probably a C. I think this episode was worse than the episode before it. I'm gonna still watch it. I think this is definitely a show worth watching still. They're doing some incredible stuff with costuming and cinematography and music and acting. And just because the story is a little wonky doesn't mean that I'm gonna just throw the baby out with the bathwater, but man, if any episode's a C of an episode, it's this one. Rhaenyra embodies the I'm a genius, oh no meme. That's just her. That's her whole character. And that's probably where I'm getting my most joy and satisfaction, to see how everybody fucks up more. How do you write yourself out of this situation is now my investment in it. I think the Dragon Boys, the White and the Hammer, are gonna defect and just go, fuck this, we're done doing this. We're gonna go off on our own and be solo dragon dudes. But their dragons are like a thing, so they probably still hang out and meet up and stuff, but they're done being in Rhaenyra's service as of probably next episode. The only people I think Rhaenyra's gonna have is the White Worm and Daemon, and their bickering and fighting is gonna break them off from her too, and she's gonna just be an island unto herself. At this point, who I think is gonna win the whole Game of Thrones, whatever, sit on the Iron Throne, do their own thing. What I want to see happen is I want Aemon and Alys to become the Goth King and Queen of Bat Harrenhal and live happily ever after and become like the Addams family of Westeros. That's what I want. And Aemon's the vampire and Alys is a witch. That just seems like a sitcom to me that I would enjoy. It would be like WandaVision, and I'm so serious that I actually do want that. We can even have Cheers, but it's Ulf and Hugh. If you like that idea, HBO, please send me the money in a bag with the $sign on it. That's how I've always wanted to be paid. I want to be paid in a comically large sack with a $sign on it. All hundreds. Because I want to be annoying when I walk into a store. Don't kick your dog and then be surprised it bites you. I love you.